Stan de Kaluwe, you're from Hard Hyperloop, and Hyperloop was something, a white paper in 2013 by Elon Musk, and then all kinds of things happened, and some kind of a competition. And where are we now?
Yeah,
9 years later.
It feels like ages ago, I realized that, but actually a lot has happened. So Hyperloop industry came to be, and one of the leading Hyperloop companies is from the Netherlands, called Hard Hyperloop. It was established by the 4 guys that won that initial Elon Musk competition, and they built the best vehicle for the system, and they thought, let's build vehicles for Hyperloop, only to realize that there was no Hyperloop yet. So in the last years we've been working on the vehicle, but also the infrastructure that we're going to put into practice in a large-scale testing center in the province of Groningen.
Okay, but there must be tens of testing labs now all over the world, right?
Well, actually there's not. There's just a few, and this is the second large-scale one where we can test at high speeds. So one of the unique aspects, of course, of Hyperloop is that you can achieve ultra-high speeds, up to 700 kilometers per hour, in a land-based transportation mode. So it's basically flying on the ground, and that's quite a technological achievement, because you need these near vacuum tubes, you need magnetic levitation and propulsion, and you need a highly innovative tube structure to maintain that near vacuum. So a lot of different things come together in this very high-tech system. Yeah,
I remember how Elon said, everything is too complicated, all these trains, I mean, it costs way too much money and it goes way too slow. And now we are, also taking years and years and years. So, but the next step is something we can touch, and that is a test bed in Groningen. Okay, so.
Indeed.
And when is that going to happen?
Well, we'll start building this year and start testing next year. And then at the same time...
How large will it be? How long?
We'll start with 400 meters, and we can start testing on that short stretch, and then we'll build it out in the next 2 years to 3 kilometers.
How much money do you need for that?
Approximately 30 million euros.
30 million euros, so it's 10 million per kilometer.
Yeah, for the test center, yes, indeed.
Okay, and how does it compare to trains, to the traditional trains?
Well, this is of course a test facility. If you start implementing it commercially, then you need 2 tubes for both directions. But roughly speaking, you could look at the same cost as for high-speed rail.
Okay. High speed. And then the only advantage then is it's 3 times faster.
Exactly, it's a lot faster and it's a lot more energy efficient. So
how much more efficient?
About a tenth of high-speed rail at the same speed. So if you want to go 700 kilometers per hour, of course it needs more energy. But if you then compare it to aircraft, then it's about 10% the energy efficiency of an aircraft.
So it's a lot more efficient. That's the biggest promise, actually. Not the speed. So the speed is a little bit more, but it's 10 times less energetic. Okay. Is now this Hyperloop organization? Is there standardization? Is there a whole industry? Well, how alive is it?
It is very much alive, and there's some big companies working on it in Europe, but also in the US and even in China and India. And yes, they're talking to each other to standardize, because we don't want to make the same mistakes as with rail, obviously. It has to be interoperable, so that's a crucial aspect. And we're trying to get Hyperloop taken seriously as the 5th modality, as a new modality that is one of the puzzle pieces towards climate neutrality in 2050. Every modality plays its part, and we feel that Hyperloop brings a unique proposition of achieving those high speeds.
I know, but that already for 10 years ago. How successful are there? Are there countries which have committed to Hyperloop? Is there already a commercial between Paris and Berlin, something which we can all use? Is that already there?
There are studies being done, for sure, and there's actually a tender in Italy currently where they want to build a demonstrative project for cargo Hyperloop between Venice and Padua that needs to come online in 2026. So that's soon.
In Hyperloop terms, that's very, very quickly.
Very quick.
Okay.
Fast.
What is your dream, which the government of the Netherlands would have to do to support this test bed in Groningen? What do you need?
Well, I think they're already very supportive. So they are taking part in the Hyperloop development program, which is quite unique, where a lot of public and private entities work together to accelerate Hyperloop development. So I think the Dutch government is doing a great job in that aspect. We are, and that's why I'm here, we are trying to get the same traction in other countries, with other cities, regions, knowing about Hyperloop and saying, yes, this is what we need, this is what helps us get to that goal ultimately of climate neutrality. Yeah, that's a long process, obviously, because the continent of Europe is vast, and there's different challenges from cities to city, and that's where the Hyperconnected Europe initiative that I'm leading. That's why it came to be. So we're educating about Hyperloop, but we're also trying to get their input on what they feel Hyperloop should be. Okay. And yeah, then hopefully we can convince the European Commission, because in the end they have to be supporting this, to say yes, we'll make this happen.
Where can I read more about it?
On the website hyperconnected.eu. And the website of HART Hyperloop actually was updated today. We have a completely new website. That is heart.global.
Okay, thank you very much, man.
Thank you.